So, it's Meg.A. here. And it was something that's been crossing my mind, something that I know me and my husband has been discussing, and a few other people. We've been discussing a topic about friendship and just friendships, paying attention to people and those around you. And the biggest thing that makes me want to share it is because, based off of past experiences and just in general, just watching people and just paying attention. If you pay attention to people, you will be able to know and pay attention to like how far they deal with you. Because I know a lot of times people be like, oh, they don't really F with me like that, or whatever the case might be. If you pay attention to a person's actions, I guarantee you will see earlier on, instead of it taking years or whatever the case might be. And it's not necessarily judging someone like some people might think. They might think it's like, oh, you're judging this person or whatever the case might be. No, you go by patterns. Pay attention to a person's pattern. And that will help you to kind of dictate earlier on, instead of letting time go by and then you end up with your feelings hurt or feeling upset or whatever because, oh, it didn't work out, or, oh, this person, why they treat me like this, or whatever the case might be. So pay attention to people and acknowledge what they are, acknowledge the patterns that they are or that they have. And I say this because if you do, at some point, like after I lost my dad, I really wasn't paying attention to patterns. I wasn't really paying attention to people. I was grabbing on to anybody that showed like the slightest bit of loyalty or whatever, because I was missing that in my father because of the bond that we had. So it's like I was like looking for, not gonna say the same bond, but like some of his traits in people. And me, I've always want to believe that people, mean you good, but not everybody does. So that's something that I've been real heavy with paying attention to as I encounter people, build new relationships, renew friendships and everything, is being careful and paying attention to their patterns. And I hope this helps somebody, because I know there's probably some people out there right now whose feelings is hurt because somebody didn't respond back to them. Somebody didn't talk to them. Somebody didn't this. Somebody didn't whatever. I done been there. I've done that. But I'm here to tell you, if you pay attention to their patterns, I cannot stress that enough. If you pay attention to a person's patterns, you can prevent your feelings from being hurt. Pay attention to things such as paying attention that if a person only deals with you to a certain extent, like, oh, I may talk to you, but I don't ever try to go nowhere with you. I don't ever try to plan something with you, but you watch them plan stuff with other people. You watch them know how to get and do things and set up and plan for other people. But when you say something to them about, oh, me and you, we need to plan something, they be like, yeah, we do. And they never do, but you watch them do it with others. Pay attention. Red flag. Another red flag that you should pay attention to. You have got to pay attention to someone who will only they go out their way not to really interact with you, even kind of like if you know them or whatever. Y'all might not be the best of friends, but y'all might be old classmates or something like that. You don't really have no beef, but you kind of you see that they will look at you and then they immediately try to go a different route. They don't want to deal with you. Just to sum it up, they don't really want to deal with you. They don't want to interact with you. So don't go out your way trying to speak to them, trying to interact with them. Because if they want to interact or initiate conversation with you, that's something different. But don't go out your way to constantly keep trying to speak to someone who does not want to speak to you, who does not want to deal with you. So that's another red flag to pay attention to. And another red flag to pay attention to is constant cancellation of plans. Every time you turn around, they're planning something, they invite you, day before, day of, they cancel it. So, not saying necessarily that the person may not have some things going on, but it could also be a potentiality that they don't want to. You're not really invited. Have to accept that. You're not really invited. They were just probably trying to be nice and include you because they want to deal with you in a certain aspect, but they don't know how to, per se. So pay attention to stuff like that as well. Also pay attention to a person that's always needy of you and they're always agreeing with you. They agree with everything. They want to flow with everything that you do. No, I mean, that's cool if especially with friendships, you're going to have things where you are solely like, you connect. We have some things in common. Okay, that's cool. But for you to want to do everything like that person, like you don't have any differences, they're always siding with you, whatever the case might be, then no, I don't see how that's going to work. Because if you're not going to put someone, they're not going to be that friend that's going to put you in check when you need to be put in check. And also pay attention to friendships where for one, you're doing a lot of the initiation and they have other friends that maybe don't really care for you. And if they have other friends that don't really care for you, but it's like they deal with you, but in a sense, they don't want to deal with you like out there. It kind of goes with the first one, but they talk to you, but you still don't initiate nothing. Pay attention to that. Pay attention to a red flag. Pay attention to a person as well. Another red flag. Pay attention to a person who always thinks of you as a last thought. Let me invite Megan right now. And then you contact me and you're like, let's go here. You don't even know what I got going. Me, I'm a planner. I'm gonna initiate. I mean, it's cool. I mean, that's something cool to do. I mean, if you like last minute something, or better yet, or just do it in a way where it's like, hey, are you busy? Are you doing anything? Try that first. But a person that is always like, oh, I was about to, go do this. And, I just wanted to see if you wanted to come. Okay, that's cool. But at the same time, like, if it's a repetitive thing, why you keep why am I a last minute thought? I'm watching you plan with other people. Plan your outings, you plan your lunch dates, you're doing all this planning with everyone else, but you don't plan, and I'm an afterthought to you when you want to just jump and run and do something that's away from everything else. Pay attention to stuff like that. And I guarantee you, if you start paying attention to people doing you like a repetitive behavior, I guarantee you will actually start noticing who's for you, who's not for you, who's against, and who you just need to just cut out, just to be honest. Because the rest of 2024 do not have no friendships where you don't even necessarily are wasting your time. And that will eliminate you from pursuing and keeping people around you longer than they have to be. So I hope this helps somebody. That's just a few of the tips, few things that I pay attention to. And those are some things. And if I think of some more, I'll do another one to let you know, because there's a lot of people out here who's kind of wondering like, oh yeah, like why this person this, why this person. Don't worry about it. Pay attention to the pattern and move accordingly. Have a good Saturday.